Assalamu alaikum students, I hope you all are fine. Students, we are in unit 3, that is spreadsheets in Excel. Okay, we are studying built-in functions, and so far we have studied the sum function, product function, average function and power function. In today's lesson we'll study the square root function, maximum function and minimum function. First of all, square root function. The square root function returns the square root of a given number. It has the following syntax. Write the word SQRT, this is the short form of square root, and inside the parenthesis we have to mention the number for which we are going to find out the square root. Or we can simply write the square root word and inside the parenthesis we have to mention the cell which contains that number. Where number must be a positive number, otherwise it will return the num error, hash num error, because for negative number square root cannot be calculated, so the number must be a positive number to find out the square root of any number. A few examples are given below. Square root a2, the last examples that we have studied as shown here in this image. In a2 we have the value 4, so if you want to find out the square root of a2 which contains the value 4, this would return the value 2, and we can see in the value here in this image in front of the a2 cell. Square root 25 would return the value 5. Here we can see the selected cell contains the value 5, and the formula which is applied on that cell can be seen in the formula bar, which is equal to square root, and inside the parenthesis 25 is written. In the same way, if you want to find out the square root of a negative number, that is minus 16 in this example, would return the hash num error. Here in this image you can see that in the formula bar we can see the expression that we have written here, that is equal to square root, and we have input a negative number, so as a result we got the hash num error. So a negative number, for negative number square root cannot be calculated. Okay, max function means maximum function. The max function is used to find the largest or maximum number from a range of numbers. It has the following syntax. We have to write the max word, and inside the parentheses we have to mention the numbers, or we can just write the max word and inside the parentheses we will select the range of numbers from the Excel spreadsheet. A few examples are given below. We can write it like this, is equal to, and then max, and inside the parentheses we are taking 3 cells, that is A1, A2 and A3, that we can see here in this image. This would return the value 6, because A1 contains 2, A2 contains 4 and A3 contains the value 6. So out of these 3 values, 6 is the maximum value, and the formula which is applied on this selected cells which contains the value 6 can be seen in the formula bar. Another example is max A1 and A5 would return the value 10, because A1 contains the value 2 and A5 contains the value 10, so 10 is the largest value. Max 10, 33, 250, so this would return 200, because 200 is the largest value. Now minimum function. The minimum function is used to find the smallest or minimum number from a range of numbers. It has the following syntax. You have to write the minimum small or short form of minimum, that is min, and mention the range of numbers, or you can write it like this. A few examples are given below. You have to write the min keyword for a minimum function, and inside the parentheses mention the cells separated by commas. So in this case it is a1, a2 and a3. So a1 contains 2, which is the smallest value or the minimum value out of these three values. So the result is 2. We can see it here in this image. In the same way, minimum a1 and 5 would return 2. Minimum 100, 33, 250, this would return 33. And if we input some negative values like 10, minus 2, 20 and 2, so we know that minus 2 is the smallest value, so the result is minus 2. We can see it here in this image. So in the upcoming slide we will be demonstrating these three functions practically, so don't forget to watch that video. Okay, now we will perform these functions practically in MS Excel. This is the data. The first function that we studied is to find out the square root of any number. SQRT. Select the function and mention any number. Let's say a2 means number a4. Close the parenthesis, press enter, so this would return 2. 2 is the square root of 4. You can also input any other number. SQRT. Let's say 25. Close the parenthesis. The square root of 25 is 5. Okay. SQRT. If we input a negative number, let's say minus 16, so this would definitely return an error, that is #num error. So for negative numbers, square root cannot be calculated because this is against the rules of mathematics. Okay. Another function that we studied here is the maximum function, equal to max. Okay, a1, a2 separated by commas, and a3. Press enter, so 6 is the maximum value out of these three values. max. Let's say I am selecting all the numbers in the range from a1 to a5, so 10 is the largest value we have. You can also input direct numbers here. Okay. Numbers are 100, 33, 250. For example, when I press the enter, 200 is the maximum value. Okay, another function that we studied here is the minimum function, to find out the minimum value out of the given values. So min, select the function. You can also select the values of the cells, comma, a6, enter. This will return 2. 2 is the minimum value we have. You can also mention the range of numbers from a1 to a5, so the minimum value is still 2 in this case. Another way to apply the minimum function is to input direct values, like for example 33 minus 2 plus 2. Simple 2 means plus 2, and let's say 10. So the minimum value in this case must be minus 2. So so the answer is -2. So this is how you can apply these functions in the Microsoft. Students, that's it for today. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe my channel Computer Tuition Academy. Thanks a lot. Take care. Allah Hafiz.